Alright, fellow fish people, wanted to do kind of an update on the Oscar and ZigZag eel, and I will be feeding them some live redworms. Now, I do have the ZigZag eel completely pellet trained. He eats these right here, the Hikari Vibra Bites. And if you're looking to get a spiny eel onto pellets, I would highly recommend these, because he just started eating these on his own, and I think because of their shape too, they're kind of worm shape, he can eat them easier because they have small mouths, so they can't eat like a full pellet like these regular Hikari Gold. So I'm gonna put in a few of these first for the Oscar, so he fills his mouth up with that. And then here's a red worm. There he goes. Sorry if you couldn't see that too well, but I had to kind of keep it away from the Oscar. I don't know if you just heard that, but this guy just slammed into the glass because he's pissed that I'm not feeding him yet. Let's see if we can zoom in. He just is slurping that worm down. Here's the Oscar. Could not be happier with this Oscar. If you can't tell from the last time I shot video of him, he's developed more orange on his body. And it's a really nice deep orange too, almost looks red. So just super happy with this guy. Very friendly, personable fish. There's the sailfin pleco coming out for some food. You can see the ripped fins on him. That's actually from this guy, believe it or not. The ZigZag eel doesn't like it when there's pellets on the bottom, and they'll kind of fight each other for the food. There he is. Both the Oscar and the ZigZag eel have grown a lot. I did notice that when the ZigZag eel started eating the Vibra Bites, he had a huge growth spurt, and he's still growing. So when I was feeding him just bloodworms and just the redworms, not only was that kind of harder to keep up with, and I couldn't feed them as regularly as with the pellets, but I also think there's some, those pellets are just more nutritious for him than, 90% frozen bloodworms and whatnot, because, as soon as he started eating those, he took a big growth spurt. As far as cohabitation with the Oscar and the eel, they are, you can tell that they don't look beat up at all, but I have seen when I sit down in front of the tank or I go to feed, they'll come up to this left corner here like he's doing now. He knows this is where I feed him. They both do, and they'll both come up to the corner, and that's when I've actually seen them kind of not be too aggressive, but like try and chase each other off, because they know that this corner is for, you can see, this corner is for the food, and they kind of get in each other's faces and they'll chase each other off. But other than that, like I said, there's no ripped fins on them or anything. I don't know what I'm going to do with that pleco, because I don't even think he necessarily needs to be in this tank, but just, don't really have a spot for him. Obviously, I can't put him in with the flower horn in Super Red Texas, so he used to be outside in a turtle pond, and I tore that down this summer, and that's why he's in here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that pleco, but the eel does kind of pick on him a little bit. So yeah, hope this encourages you guys to get a spiny eel for sure. He's in this pipe right now because he's chewing on food, but I will tell you what, he's such a personable fish. He'll come up and right to this corner and eat, and come up and greet me, and it's really quite awesome how personable this ZigZag eel is.